On the 8th of November, the Honorable Prime Minister had asked for the country to support him, notwithstanding several inconveniences being suffered by people during the remonetization period. We are extremely grateful to the people of India who have, in very large measure, supported this move. The remonetization has substantially advanced. And what is significant is that not a single incident of any form of unrest has been reported in the country. The Reserve Bank has very large amounts of currency available, and it will continue to support the market to the extent that the market needs that kind of liquidity. Amongst the currency which was in circulation on the 8th of November, a very large part has already been replaced and would continue to be replaced to the extent that the market requires that currency. More and more notes of rupees 500 are also being released into the market through the banking and the post office system, and therefore we can now see a lot more currency coming into recirculation, which is enabling the banking system and the ATMs to further augment the supplies itself. Already a large part of the benefits of this historic move are visible. A lot more money has come into the banking system. Cash has an anonymity attached to it. What comes into the banking system gets identified with a person. And therefore, its impact on taxation and revenue collection is already being seen. The ability of the banks to lend has now increased. The revenue figures itself are most significant. We have till the 19th of December the direct tax figures of income tax, which are now available. And the net increase in the income tax so far has been to the extent of 14.4%. And if one factors in very large quantums of refund, because these days the refunds are also made immediately, the net increase is still 13.6% till 19th of December. The indirect tax figures are also available. And notwithstanding what the critics have predicted, in all the categories, till 30th of November, there is a very significant increase in indirect taxation. In the central indirect taxes, the increase is 26.2%. This is till the 30th of November. And this includes excise duties, increasing by 43.5%, service tax increasing by 25.7%, and customs duties by 5.6%. We've also tried to check up the figures for the month of November, which could have been adversely impacted on account of the currency replacement. Compared to the November of 2015, on a year-to-year basis, the November of 2016, all the three indirect taxes, the collection is much higher. we've also been trying to look at the figures of the state governments for the actual month of November, which would be reported by the state governments only towards the end of December. The increase or decrease is not very significant. And in several areas which could have been impacted because of this move. For example, in the field of agriculture, because we were also concerned that it should not cause any distress in the rural areas, the Rabi sowing overall for all crops is 6.3% higher than last year. Now the Rabi crop plantation sowing being higher, life insurance businesses have increased, international tourism has increased, air passenger traffic has increased, petroleum consumption has increased, the flow into the mutual funds has increased by 11%. Of course, there would be areas which are also adversely impacted. But what was being predicted by the critics has to have a rationale with the revenue collections. Assessments can be unreal, but revenue is real. And therefore, many of these indicate that now with the critical part of the remonetization already behind us, and there being no significant impact in a large number of these areas, it should certainly be much better in the weeks and the months to come than it was in the last 6 weeks or so. प्रधानमंत्री जी ने जो निर्णय लिया था 8 नवंबर को, अब तो उसके स्पष्ट परिणाम सामने आने लग पड़े हैं। एक बहुत बड़ा पैसा जो गुमनामी में था, आज वो बैंकिंग व्यवस्था में आया है। और जब बैंकिंग व्यवस्था में आता है तो स्वाभाविक है कि डायरेक्ट और इनडायरेक्ट टैक्सेशन उस पैसे के ऊपर लगता है या उसके आधार पर जो कारोबार होता है उस पर लगेगा। बैंक की क्षमता भी ऋण देने की बढ़ती है और टैक्सेशन कलेक्शंस में ये अभी तक रिफ्लेक्ट होना आरंभ हो गया है। 19 दिसंबर तक जो इनकम टैक्स के आंकड़े आए हैं उसमें इनकम टैक्स की वृद्धि 14.4% हुई है और अगर रिफंड्स भी फैक्टर इन कर लिए जाए तो वो 13.6% है। 30 नवंबर तक के सारे इनडायरेक्ट टैक्सेशन के आंकड़े आ चुके हैं और केंद्र के जो इनडायरेक्ट टैक्सेशन के आंकड़े हैं उसमें अप्रैल से नवंबर तक 26.2% की वृद्धि हुई है, जिसमें एक्साइज 43.5%, सर्विस टैक्स 25.7%, कस्टम्स 5.6%। नवंबर के जो आंकड़े हैं, क्योंकि करेंसी को रिप्लेस करना इसका सबसे अधिक प्रभाव नवंबर के महीने में था, तो नवंबर के महीने में भी पिछली नवंबर की तुलना में ये तीनों टैक्स इस बार ज्यादा इकट्ठा हुए हैं। राज्यों के कुछ आंकड़े हम लोगों ने अध्ययन किए हैं, बहुत बड़ा परिवर्तन, कहीं कमती कहीं बढ़ती है, लेकिन बहुत बड़ा परिवर्तन नहीं है। और व्यवसाय के कई क्षेत्रों में हमने देखा है, एयर ट्रैवल है, टूरिज्म है, पेट्रोलियम प्रोडक्ट्स है, कृषि क्षेत्र की सबसे बड़ी चिंता थी, वहां भी वृद्धि हो रही है। इन सब क्षेत्रों में कोई कमी हुई है बहुत ज्यादा ऐसा नजर नहीं आता। इस बार की जो रबी क्रॉप की सोइंग हुई है वो पिछले वर्ष की तुलना में 6.37% ज्यादा है, जो कि कृषि क्षेत्र के लिए एक अच्छा आंकड़ा माना जाता है। म्यूचुअल फंड्स में 11% की वृद्धि नवंबर के महीने में हुई है। लाइफ इंश्योरेंस बिजनेस तो 213% बढ़ा है नवंबर के महीने में, केवल पिछली नवंबर की तुलना में। और इसलिए इस सब को आधार मान लिया जाए तो जो आलोचक इसके कह रहे थे कि बहुत बड़ा प्रभाव अर्थव्यवस्था पे पड़ने वाला है, ऐसा हुआ नहीं। करेंसी रिप्लेसमेंट, रीमोनेटाइजेशन बहुत एडवांस स्टेज पे है। जितनी करेंसी 8 नवंबर को थी उसका एक बहुत बड़ा भाग बाजार में रिजर्व बैंक ने दे दिया है। रिजर्व बैंक के पास अभी भी पर्याप्त करेंसी है और बहुत अधिक मात्रा में करेंसी रीसर्कुलेशन में भी आ गई है और इसलिए आने वाले सप्ताहों में ये स्थिति और सुधर सकती है। ये इसलिए आवश्यक था कि पिछले कुछ सप्ताहों के 8 नवंबर के बाद के विशेष रूप से हम लोग आंकड़े देखें तो अर्थव्यवस्था के ऊपर जो प्रभाव का जिक्र होता था वो कितना हुआ है वो इन आंकड़ों से स्पष्ट हो जाता है। लोगों के अंदाजे और टिप्पणियां गलत हो सकती हैं, लेकिन जो टैक्स आता है वो तो फिजिकल होता है, उसमें गलती का अनुमान होने की कोई गुंजाइश नहीं रहती।
In trying to remonetize the system now, are you consciously making some reduction in the remonetizing figures that you will do?
I think this is a decision the Reserve Bank will take, and they'll certainly be guided by the requirements of the market. But obviously one of the intentions as far as the government of India is concerned is that the paper currency should shrink and a large part of businesses must also be in the alternative digital or checking modes. And I think considering the very large increase in the digital users which has taken place, we seem to be moving in the right direction.
So when can people expect these cash curves to relax, ease?
Well, that's a decision that the central bank will take in consultation with everyone.
One last question, sir. Now, critics, as you said, feared a lot of hit on the GDP in the coming quarter or the subsequent quarter. But you are talking of...
Well, I think one thing is clear. There could have been an adverse impact for a quarter or so. It doesn't appear to be as adverse as it was being predicted. But in the long term, and you have to plan the economy in the long term, the changes in the system which are coming about will certainly mean more money with the banks, more money with revenue, and probably a much larger and cleaner GDP.
And you have talked about good revenue collections. Now, in your budget, will there be some reflection?
And I think you'll have to wait for that.
Thank you.